Hi, here is a little primer on how to use the curves in VelPro. So in the top right corner you have all your existing presets. These are really dummy presets that I just use for demonstrating stuff. If you go to the end of the list you have a plus button that's going to create an empty preset with just the default curve. If you right click and click delete, you just delete your last preset. You also have, if you have presets saved in your desktop application, you have this little import button where you can create a new preset based on what you have saved in the desktop application. So it will also appear when you use the VST version. If you make any change to the curve and hit Command Z on Mac or Control Z on Windows, you can just undo your change. What you see here is the default curve that's applying to all the nodes. So if I just swipe the nodes here, click any, or just drag my cursor, I can see the curve that applies to each node. And they all have use default checked. So it means that any change I do here is going to apply to all the nodes on the keyboard. If I want to make any change that's specific for a node, I would click, for instance, C3, make sure it's C3, uncheck the use default, and then make a change. Now, if I click on another node, C4 still has the default one, the black nodes still have the default one, only C3 has a different curve. If I want to apply this curve to other nodes, instead of unchecking for each node and doing the curve from the ground up for each node, I can just select the one I want to copy, do apply this curve to, so either all the black keys or the white keys or a selection. So let's say I want to apply it also to C4 and C5, click apply. So C3 still has the curve I set, but D3 doesn't have the curve I set, but C4 has the new curve and C5 too. And they all then don't use the default one and use the custom curve. So if you really want to make changes that apply to several nodes, I encourage you to just first pick a node and uncheck default and do your curve, and then copy to all the nodes you want to see the changes in. And I'm clicking on the keyboard, but you can also just type on your MIDI input to see the change that apply to this note that you clicked. I hope it's helping. Let me know if you need any more information.